Rena Obozeghie.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rena. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
You saw the rain?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Oyinatumo.
Oh, yeah. Oyinatumo. Okay, I hope that music didn't make the social media.
Not at all.
Okay, anyway, you have the floor, so tell us what's up there.
All right, thank you. See you later.
All right.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Kakaaki Socialist Thursday, almost Friday. Now, the long-awaited figure for the new minimum wage finally made the news on Wednesday. It is 48,000 naira proposal by the federal government. This angered the labor unions as they staged a walkout on the 37-man committee at the meeting. Well, they are insisting on 615,000 naira and also alleging unseriousness on the part of the government as the Labour Minister of State was absent at the meeting.
The government's proposal of a paltry 48,000 naira as the minimum wage does not only insult the sensibilities of Nigerian workers, but also falls significantly short of meeting our needs and aspirations. In contrast, organized private sector proposed an initial offer of 54,000. Though it is worth noting that even the least paid workers in the private sectors receive 78,000 naira.
All right, let's see what you think about this. Naftali, I had tweeted about this yesterday, was responding to Rena Obio, who says kettle is calling pot black. The NLC too are unserious organization. We Nigerians have lost hope in them. They don't keep to their word. They should allow us to enjoy your suffering or our suffering in peace and don't add salt to the injury. And he says, okay, more thought on this one. Oba Isi says, none of the two proposed amount can buy a 50 kg of rice, not to talk of the condiment. Neither amount can take a federal civil servant from Abuja to Oyo State and back in terms of transportation by road, not to talk of air. Also in reaction to this is engineer Yasir, who says any minimum wage less than 150,000 naira is sheer wickedness and inconsiderate. The 150,000 naira is just being considerate, not that it is even sufficient. Okay, let's see if they will be called back to say, okay, how much can you remove from 615,000 naira? Because right now it's not even, close, near at all. But then we move to other stories to say that Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima has disclosed that President Bola Tinubu subsidized the 2024 Hajj with 90 billion naira. This was when he represented Tinubu to flag off the inaugural airlift of the 2024 Hajj exercise from Nigeria to Saudi Arabia at the Ahmadu Bello International Airport, Benin Kebbi, on Wednesday. This is also as the federal government has unveiled a strategic plan to harness 20 trillion naira pension fund and other locally available resources for infrastructure development in Nigeria. While the finance minister and coordinating minister of the economy, Wale Edun, said it is a significant step towards driving economic progress and addressing critical infrastructure needs in Nigeria. So let's take them one after the other. This is Kashim Shettima first on the Hajj, who says that Mr. President has been committed to this year's Hajj due to the economic situation. He has also contributed the sum of 90 billion naira to subsidize this year's Hajj exercise to have a smooth and successful exercise. So he says it is for economic reasons, so netizens would wonder later, is it to make money or why? What's going on here? Then Wale Edun, he says that Nigeria is resilient. Nigerians are resilient. And the fact is that even before we start looking to foreign investors, we start looking to foreign funding, there is available in Nigeria long-term funds to fund infrastructure projects, and it's within the pension, life insurance, and investment fund industry generally. Talking about the 20 billion naira that has been earmarked from the pension fund for infrastructure development, as they put it. Now, let's see what you think about this one. On X is Nefertiti tweeting at First Ladyship, who says, I hope that Bola Tinubu is not about to use the 20 trillion naira pension funds to fund the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. His ties with Hightes Gilbert Chogri is public knowledge. If Asiwaju cannot attract FDIs to Nigeria, then he should resign, leave the pension funds alone. Pial says, so Tinubu suspended bank cyber security levy, only to start collecting tolls from airport users. This entity eats, drinks, sleeps, dreams, and wakes with tax on his mind. A typical Lagos Agberu, still reacting to the news of Tuesday that says that airport toll is now a thing for airport users. Olamilekan says Tinubu removed subsidy from fuel, education, and power, only to add the subsidy to Hajj. All this money going to another rich country. And more thought on this one is coming from Authentic of OAU, who says they can subsidize Hajj that will not benefit everyone, but can no longer subsidize electricity that will benefit a larger percentage of Nigerians who will offend for this country. Well, that's rhetorical, I guess, and for him to answer. Judith says, if only this government sanitizes and empowers EFCC, all this money they are looking for, they will find. And someone says, oh, the EFCC does not need any form of sanitization right now. They just need the political will and the go-ahead from authorities to do that. You remember when the EFCC boss says he's going after every, whether you are high, whether you are Oga Pata Pata, Oga at the top or whatever, he would go after you. And then the Oni of Ife was saying that people who have done it, they lost their jobs. I would not want you to lose your job. So that user is saying that they should be autonomous indeed. But then we go to NITDA, maybe good news at this point, that Nigeria is working to outdo India in the technology ecospace. Well, the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, mentioned this vision for Nigeria's future in the global tech landscape. At a recent media engagement in Abuja, NITDA's Director General Kashifu Inuwa emphasized the immense opportunities and untapped talent present in Nigeria. And in his words, he says that we are learning from India's journey, but also forging our own path. Nigeria's tech sector can lead in areas such as fintech, edtech, and health tech. So fintech, financial technology, edtech, education technology, then health tech, and that's health technology. And it says where we have specific strengths and immediate needs. That is the need that boss right there. Then let's see where he says that we would do India in no time. It says with our youthful population, growing innovation hubs, and supportive government policies, Nigeria is on the brink of a tech revolution. We have the potential to outspace countries like India if we leverage our resources effectively. Well, it's good that that is conditional, and it is if we leverage our resources effectively. Now, the question on the lips of netizens is, do we have the resources and how are we going to maximize them effectively? Let's see some thought from the next slide. So, Honorable NOE says, Amen. But wishes don't make things happen. India tech ecosystem is on another level. The amount of forex tech is bringing into India is so huge. Most companies are moving their IT support departments to India. What enabling environment is our government creating to attract such? And then Takata says this is a pure joke and the minister knows it. I believe this government junks out information and false hope to Nigerians every month, and each minister has been mandated to junk out lies to keep Nigeria talking, debating, while the government gets away with their failures. More thought on this one is coming from King Asugwa, who says, what infrastructural architecture have you put in place to make Nigeria a tech hub? The last time I checked, you don't have electricity, or am I missing out something? Nigeria, though they get 24 hours light, and I don't know. You see government officials will just come and talk anyhow. But making suggestions in the last and final slide is Yemi Okonkwo, who says, with power generated by generators and inverters, if witches were horses, apparently, oh, we need electricity to get this thing to work. So that's their thought right there. If authorities are watching or their representatives are watching, so you saw the thoughts right there, and you need to know now what you need to work on, because it will be excellent that we outdo India in the tech space. What are your thoughts on that?
It's not impossible, but like netizens said, there are a few things that need to be put in place.
Yep.
Electricity is one of it. We won't be standing here talking to Nigerians if there was no power in this studio. And for development to really take place, energy is key. And electricity is one of the key sources of energy that any economy needs to drive it.
Yeah, so electricity that we have right now is self-supplied. And I'm not even sure that this is NEPA. You know that they have, you know that it is distributing companies, but distribution companies. But we have said that, oh, NEPA is NEPA. Even when they were power holding, we insisted that NEPA is NEPA. So I'm not even sure that this is government supplied lights. And this is one of the major concerns for netizens. So are we going to depend on our inverter to make Nigeria, or outdo India? Do you know what space India is in the ecosystem?
And this issue of every network, oh, the network is bad today, the network is bad tomorrow. Anyway, we haven't got enough time to really talk about it. There's many issues you raised that we would have liked to delve into. But Rena, you're doing good on the social media space.
Thank you.
And the netizens as well for being alive to what is happening in the country.
Yeah.
We thank you very much and do have a great day.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Rena.
Thank you.